Nathan, and today I'm gonna be telling you guys a story of when I I wouldn't say I almost died, but like I was like pretty injured. Not that bad. I didn't have to go to the hospital or anything, but it was actually I want to tell you a few stories. Now, the first story here is the a time when my uncle was like he made this thing. He made this well, he had a scooter, like an electric scooter, and he put a motor on it, like a real motor on it, to where it like rode. And I got to ride it in my leg. I didn't realize that my leg was like on the motor the whole time when I was riding it. And then when I was done riding, like I almost crashed, so I jumped off of it. Like I kicked the motor because there was like a kill switch on it on the motor, so I had to kick the motor so it would kill it. Because it was my first time riding. I thought I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna ram into my neighbor's fence, but I didn't. And what ended up happening was I didn't realize that my leg was like sitting on the motor the whole time. When I finished riding, I looked down at my leg. Like I don't know, but I didn't feel anything. I didn't even feel it. And then I looked down at my leg, and there's like 3 layers of my skin gone. It like burned all off. It didn't even hurt. Like I didn't feel anything. Like I actually have a scar on my leg, but it was like bad. I mean, it wasn't bad, but like I had to put like bandages on it and stuff, and I have a scar of it and stuff. It was pretty like gross looking, but you know, it didn't hurt at all. I don't know why. That was like the weirdest part. Okay, I just died. But that was like the weirdest part was that it didn't hurt at all. Like I think I might have like burnt a nerve because I didn't feel one thing at all. Okay, I didn't even go to the hospital. I mean, I don't think they would have took me to the hospital anyway since I didn't feel anything. But and then the next story here is when I can't remember how old I was. I had been like 10 or 11. I was riding there was these kids in my neighborhood. They were like, I called them the Afro Boys because they had afros, and they were like bullies to me and my friends. They would always try to like beat us up and stuff. And this one time, like whenever they seen me, they would like chase me. This one time I was riding my bike, and then I went and turned the corner, and they were right there. And I went and I hurried up and turned my bike really fast, inches away from my front tire. It could have hit the front tire of my bike, and I could have went flying. I could have like maybe even died. Could have got hit by that car. Then when I swerved my bike, my front tire, I don't even know what I'm doing, but my front tire like made it to where I like fell off my bike, and the bike fell. So I was just laying there in the street for like 30 seconds sitting there because I thought my arm was broken because it hurt so bad. I landed like so wrong on my arm. I thought it was broken, which luckily it wasn't broken. And then it was like, I don't know. I went inside, told my mom and dad that I almost I thought my arm was broken. And then the next story here, like these stories are short. That's why I'm doing so many stories. The next story here is when I was we went to Lucky's, which is like it's a Chinese place, a restaurant by this store named Kroger. And me and my brother, like we had to go to Kroger after we went there, so we finished eating. Me and my brother was like, okay, we'll walk to Kroger, and we were like, okay, we'll run. You guys can drive. And so we did that, and I went and I jumped up when we were running. I jumped up onto like a slab thing, and there was like rocks, like little pebbles on them, and I slipped, and I like fell knee first right in onto the rocks, and my knee like was literally busted open. There was like so much blood. It was literally like I've never had one incident where I was literally gushing blood. Like I mean I've bled before. Like my body is like I was bleeding before and stuff, but that was like gushing blood. Like there was blood everywhere. And we were like right outside Kroger's. Like I was like joking around saying I was gonna sue Kroger, but I'm not gonna sue Kroger because nothing happened. Is that a foot? Oh my gosh, dude! I've never actually seen that happen. I've never seen like body parts, like whatever. But yeah, I thought my leg was broken that time. But and then there was another time where my grandma lived in a trailer park, and what happened was me and my cousin, we had to go inside, and so we were running inside, and there was like a tree stump sticking out of the ground from when someone like cut a tree out of the ground, and I guess they didn't take the stump out. It was like a little tree, so it had to be one like piece of cement right there on the ground, and I like hit my knee, the same knee that was like gushing blood from the last story, the same knee, but that was like a few years before that one happened, and it was bad. Like it hurt. Like I was laying there, my uncle's so mean, but he was sitting there on the no, he wasn't sitting. He was walking inside, and he was like not even trying to help me or anything. Like I don't really like my uncle that much, but and he was like, "I'll walk it off and stuff," and then like I laid there for literally 5 minutes, and I finally got up, went inside, and like sat there just there with my knee hurting so bad. And literally, I'm pretty sure it was like 5 months, like after that incident, like every day for 5 months, it hurt so bad. Whenever I like tapped it, whenever anybody would have tapped my knee, it would hurt so bad. I thought I literally broke my knee. I'm pretty sure I did, like, cause it hurt so bad. We never even went to the doctor to see if it was okay. I mean, it just healed by itself, but it took a really long time to heal. So I'm pretty sure it might have been broken. And this next story is when I was, well, my name's Ethan, as you know, and I had a friend named Ethan when I was 7 years old, and I went and we were jumping on the trampoline, and my foot got stuck in the spring, and then I like fell off, and basically what happened was when I fell off, there was once again just one piece of cement. Like it was grass, all grass. I don't know how that piece of cement got there in the yard, but it happened to be there, and my face, I just took a big chunk out of that shovel, but my face literally bounced right off, like it literally bounced off of the cement and then back onto the cement. It hurt so bad, and I was like it hurt, okay, and then that's basically it. I wasn't bleeding or anything. And then this next story, I don't even know how old I was. I had to been like 4 or something like that. I actually have a scar of it. I was, we were at the junkyard, and my dad was like talking to a worker, but he wasn't looking at the door, and he was talking to the worker when he opened the door, and he was looking at the worker, so he wasn't like looking at the door and see if anybody was leaning on the door. And I was leaning on the door, and when he opened the door, I like fell out of the truck, and this is a big truck, so it was like a couple feet off the ground, just onto the ground, and my head started bleeding. I busted my head open, and it like left a scar and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I can't really explain much of it because like I was 4, or I mean 5 maybe. I don't even know how old I was, but And there was another story where I like, let's see, I'm trying to think of it right now, because like I just had the story in my head, and then I was thinking of another story, and now both of them are stuck in my head, and I can't think of the other one right now. Alright, let me just oh yeah, the other one. Okay. So when I was, I think 8 years old, I was um we got like these ramps for our bike, and I like was trying to like do like tricks on the ramp and stuff. Like I was trying to do like a 360, which I did, but it didn't really, like, I almost did one, but like I failed. And like when I failed, I like fell off my bike, and once again it was on the cement. I don't know why we tried this to the cement, but my arm, like my elbow, hit the cement once again, and there was like my elbow literally has a dent in it, like 2 little dents, like a piece of my skin, like it's never gonna grow back. Like it's been there for, let's see, 5 years now, and it's still there. Like it was bleeding, and it actually hurt too, but there's actually like 2 dents in my arm, and then like right now there are 2 dents in my arm. And now the next story here is when my brother, he's had so many like surgeries and things wrong with him. And one time a TV, like a box TV, like them things are a lot heavier and than oh god, I just fell. But a lot heavier than flat screens. And this was like, I had to have been like 5 years old when this happened, right? So that would have been, so that's like my brother was like 4 or 3, since my brother is 2 years younger than me. So we are underneath a table where the box TV was, and the TV was sitting on a sheet, and the sheet was like hanging off the TV. We were underneath the table, and I went and I crawled out of the table, and I like pushed down on the sheet, which made the TV fall. And when my brother was coming out, it fell right on his head, and like I can't even. I honestly thought I cut his head off. I thought he was dead. I didn't know what to do. I went and called for my mom. It was like so scary. I did not know what to do at all. I was so terrified. I've never seen that happen in my life before. And it was scary, okay? And then there was another story when me and my brother, I honestly don't know. I have no idea what the age of me was. So that here I had to have been like, I have no idea, okay? I can't even explain it. But me and my brother was jumping back and forth from like the coffee table into the couch. And when my brother did that, one time he did it and he like slipped off the table. Like, I don't know how, but he slipped off the table, and literally the table wasn't even that far off the ground. He was just like, he was like a baby, I think. So it was like his bones were like really weak, and he broke his arm. And yeah, so that happened. And then there was another time when there's so many stories in this one video. Story time. Okay, and then there was this one time. This one doesn't really involve anybody getting hurt, but my friend and me were like, there was like cops across the street from our house, and he had this like toy shotgun, and it was like yellow and orange and stuff like that. And what he did was he went and pointed it at the cop, because he didn't know that there was a cop in the car, which I told him not to do it in the first place, because like that's like pretty dangerous. Like, don't do that, you can get shot. Them cops don't care, they will kill you. And the cop walked over to us and told my friend like about how you don't do that. You don't like shoot. I mean, you don't point guns at cops, because you could get in serious trouble or die even. And the cop was like, "You're lucky I seen the what color the gun was, because he could have killed them." And I'm sitting there like, yeah, and I don't even remember his name, but yeah, that happened. And then this like foot here is floating kind of. Yeah, okay, stop floating, dude. Dude, are you floating in the water? Get down. Anyway, the point is, I think that's gonna be it. Like all the stories for today. I can bring more to you. Just say something. Oh yeah, be sure to subscribe, and then comment in the comment section that you subscribed, and I'll be sure to go to as many people as I can and subscribe back to you guys. So it's like a sub for sub. What is this? Alright, well the point is, like, subscribe, do what I said, and well, if you want to, you don't have to do what I said, but like, subscribe, comment that you did so, and yeah, it's been Ethan, and I'm out. Peace.